You know, the owner's name's not Tony. We're not in Baltimore and we don't have a grill.
Yeah.
You know, that's the three things like our favorite things to say.
Yeah, dude. I also like I love all that. It's like, what the f is this place?
Yeah, sorry. None of those three things apply here. It's not for everyone. And it's okay. It's for the people that want to be here, that want a good meal, to feel comfortable, and we'll make you feel comfortable.
The following podcast is a Pie to Pie production.
Every slice tells a story.
Flat iron pepper. When you pop these peppers, you are gonna know. You can smell it, you can feel it, you can taste it. They are liberating pizzerias from low quality pepper flakes. Stop finishing your pizza with crap. Head to flatironpepper.com and join the Pepper Flake revolution. Slice is building tools now to support the independent pizzeria, and not just Slice users, but the independent pizzeria industry as a whole. Like us, they are telling the stories of the independent pizza shop owners and ultimately creating tools that help the small guy compete with the big chains. This business can be lonely, but with Slice, you can be in business for yourself, not by yourself. This episode is brought to you by Maestro Sausage, the only sausage we use at Hot Tongue. They produce sausages specifically with pizzerias in mind, and you can tell. So if your sausage isn't hitting all the right notes, let Maestro lead the way. It's kind of surreal being here, talking to you. I wanted to do a podcast here at Tony's. Like the first time I ever came in here, my wife talked about this place like well before I'd even visited the island. You know, like I know how much history this spot has in Atlantic City. My father-in-law would tell me crazy ass stories about working at the Tropicana and fucking coming down at 3 a.m. and grabbing 3 pies and like the parties they were throwing and the shit that like would go on. And it's like, I feel like if these walls could talk, there'd be, well, people would probably be going to jail. Yeah. And, but you know, what's it like working here, and how long have you been running the joint?
It's pretty amazing that the stories that do still come through these walls, as in people that walk through the doors. Every story starts with, I've been coming here for how many years, they fill in the blank. Yeah. Every compliment, every complaint, every phone call, that's how they start. I've been here 5 years in May. I've been running the joint probably the last 4 years. I started during COVID in May because I was bored sitting home in front of a computer teaching, and it was it was not for me. It was like I got to get out of the house. I got to do something. So it was all to go at the time when I was started here in the kitchen, and then I had to learn how to plate food once we opened for actual business when people were allowed in the building. Yeah. So that was really strange because all I did was mark to-go containers. That was easy. I didn't even know what the plateware looked like when I first started.
You're just bagging them.
Put it in bags, put it in styrofoam containers and plastic containers. So it was a whole new animal. But the stories that people tell, the generations that come through the doors, it's just amazing. I wish I had worked here during the heyday of the casino boom in the 80s and 90s. Yeah. And those same Trop people that your father-in-law that you speak of, they still come here. That's the ones that still work. Oh yeah. The ones that have retired, they still come through the door with their either Christmas or holidays or birthdays. There's people that come and celebrate their birthdays that came here when they were younger, and now they're in their 60s or 70s, and they still celebrate their birthdays here because they love this place. It's their tradition. There's one guy from Smithville. He comes in every February to have his birthday here. He's like, this is all I want is my kids to come here with their kids, and we celebrate my birthday. It's the only birthday gift I want every year. So there's stories like that people tell every year, every day that we have. But it's really special with the people that come through. Yeah,
I don't know, like I think we'll be able to see this on camera, but it's like every angle of this place is quite magical, and there's like a dying, at least in Los Angeles, there isn't a lot of restaurants that make it 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years is crazy. You know what I mean? Like those landmark restaurants, there's like something really special too about coming in here and like seeing people that have worked here for a super long time, like the turnaround or the staff, like is fairly diverse, and like the whole thing makes it feel special. Like everybody, also this kind of aesthetic is used all over the, like when new builds happen.
Right.
Like people want the wood walls, they want like the jukebox for like the decorative, they want these chairs that can't be replaced, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's like a whole vibe. But also you're running a shop with people that are probably even older than you, that have been here longer than you. Like I know for myself, running a restaurant, sometimes that can be hard. Is that ever an issue? Like, fuck you, Joey. You don't. I've been here for 40 years. You don't know shit.
No, it hasn't been a problem yet. I think the staff mostly respects me. I try not
Mostly.
to. I try not to use power to any advantage. I approach everyone with the same respect that they give me. I try to, understand where they're coming from. A lot of the staff has been here a lot longer than me. We do have a new staff here working under me that I've hired mostly, but we do have some people that have been here 40 years, 35 years, 20 some years. I mean, there's some longevity here. There's people that have been here that are lifers. Like one of our managers that have retired in the last couple of years. He was here 52 and a half years. He still works for us a couple nights a week, just managing. Like, I respect him with the utmost respect. And I would never tell him what he's doing wrong or anything, but I might say, hey, I had to say something to him before, and just like, hey man, this is what it is. And he's like, oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Not call him out on it, but just remind him, hey, this is something that we're doing here. This is how it's done now. And he's like, all right, no problem. And it's a conversation.
Yeah,
it's never like, yo, what the heck?
Yeah. Well, did that ever make you nervous?
No, because we have a great relationship.
Okay.
It's all built on relationships with these people. Like, I know, like, their backgrounds are so different. Everyone's so different. Like, it's so crazy. Like, everyone has a different paper route. That's what we say. Some had a rougher paper route than I had, a different upbringing than I had. Not that I had an easy paper route. I didn't. My parents were dirt poor when I grew up. I grew up in a suburban neighborhood, but that doesn't mean we were, living the lavish life. No, we lived paycheck to paycheck growing up. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. My dad worked, for a living, and then he went to the ministry. So like, we didn't really have much growing up.
Yeah.
My mom raised 4 kids so that we had, a home to go home to with a cooked meal. And we got gifts from the church. We got food from the church. It wasn't like anything like special like that. So, but these, some of these people have, different livelihoods and had different settings. So
yeah.
It was just, you try to relate, you try to put yourself in their position and where they're coming from and what they've experienced growing up in an area like Atlantic City, or the surrounding areas. I only moved down here in 1996, so I really didn't know what this vibe was like until that area. I never even came to Atlantic City one time when I was in high school to go to the Showboat to go bowling with some high school friends, So I didn't even know what Atlantic City was. I always went to Wildwood when I was a kid because my grandparents had a house there. That was it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it doesn't make me nervous. It's always like, we have a conversation, we deal with it, and we move on.
Yeah.
And, and I try to build that with the negative, give them a positive on the front end and the back end.
Yeah.
Just to kind of like reassure them that, we're good. It was a mistake. Let's go on.
I mean, the fact that this place has lasted so long and like there has been a deterioration of Atlantic City through the years with corruption and just like casinos going elsewhere, or, like you said, you got here in 96. My father-in-law and mother-in-law talk about like the booming 80s, like the casinos, how crazy it was. Like just being here for 5 years, have you seen any ups and downs, or like you living here since 96? You've been living here since 96?
Yeah.
In this area?
In Atlantic County, yeah.
Do you see it getting better, or like...
And when I first moved down here, I felt like it was really going well. And then all of a sudden, when the Philly casinos came in, it started to deteriorate, and it started to go down some. And when it started to go down, it was when they started pulling the business out of here. And then you saw some of the casinos starting to close, and then more people were not coming down as much. They weren't offering, the things that they used to offer in the casinos with different promotions, the shows, and even now, you see with the beach concerts, we don't have the beach concerts that draw so many people here.
Yeah.
The air show, for instance, we had an air show a couple of weeks ago that was it was okay, but it wasn't like what it used to be, where tens of thousands of people line the boardwalk, line the beaches, and it brings the business in. The beach concerts, pack the restaurants, the casinos, the hotels, the Airbnbs, whatever. And it's not just Atlantic City, it's all the beach resorts around here that really draw the people in and really helps all the casinos, all the restaurants off the casinos.
Yeah.
The casinos will always have business because they have the rooms and they have the restaurants. But it's the ones that are off the boardwalk that are really trying to keep it going every day. And so the ebbs and flows of the years, it really depends on what the city is providing outside of the casinos. But those, when you have those big whopper concerts, like those country concerts or the fish concerts, that fish concert used to drive people down here, and they're the nicest people ever.
Yeah.
They come in.
Oh, fish fans?
Oh my gosh.
Hell yeah, they are.
Geez, they spend money. They're non-confrontational. And who cares if they set up tents in the parks and they sleep outside? Who cares?
Yeah.
So what if they're not putting thousands of dollars in the casinos? They're putting thousands of dollars in the restaurants. There's staples.
Yeah, there's a lot of great places. And it's just I want to see them thrive and be taken care of.
There's not many towns that have businesses that have been in business for over 90 years. We're here 98 years. Doc's
That's
has
crazy.
been here for
Doc's.
Doc's, Knife and Fork, Angelo's. There's been a lot of businesses that are in the 90s. Rando's Bakery's been here, I think they've been here over 100 years or close to 100 years. There's businesses that have the longevity of hitting the century marks very soon. And it's just crazy that they're still thriving way before the casinos. The casinos only been here since the 70s. Resorts, I think, opened in 73 or 74. So 50 years they've been here. That's it. That was the first casino. And so you survived all that time without it. They'll go on. If all the casinos went away, these restaurants would still pop off just because of the beach.
Yeah.
The beach and the boardwalk. That's all you really need. You don't need the casinos to survive.
I wonder what the secret of longevity is.
That's a good question. I think our secret to longevity is just the vibe that we have here, the food that we provide, the atmosphere. People love that we haven't changed anything. Everyone says, well, you could have just not had, when they said there was new owners here, even if you didn't say that, they would have said, oh, everything's changed. We went back to the original recipes. We didn't change anything. We just started following recipes again.
Yeah.
When the people before us, before we came in, they were here forever. We had a couple cooks here that were over 40 years, and they were here so long, they just kept doing what they were doing. They didn't, they were following recipes, but the recipes were in their head. They did it so many times that it just kept going and going and going. So they didn't really have to look at a book to see the recipe. They did it by knowledge and by sight. So when people said, oh, the food went downhill, no, it didn't go downhill. They just didn't follow the recipe to the T. And then it was oh, the pizza's changed. The pizza hasn't changed. We still get our dough from the same Rando Bakery. It's our recipe of the dough. They still make the dough. Our sauce has not changed. We still get our tomatoes from California. It's the same sauce. We make it. It's crazy when people say, oh, everything's changed. Our pizza oven's, the little oven's still the same oven. We just got a bigger deck oven. That's the only thing that's changed in this place. Before it used to take 40 to 45 minutes to get a pie out.
Yeah.
Just because they weren't firing all together. It was just, and you could only fit 6 pans in a deck. Now we can fit 12 in a deck on the top deck and 12 in the bottom. So you're getting your pizzas in 20 minutes versus 40 to 45 minutes. And the volume of pizzas that we're making now is just so much more.
Yeah.
We never made pre-mades before. We used to just, when the order came in, we panned it out and put it in the oven. But now we have these guys coming in the morning and they're prepping pizzas. They're making 6 stacks of 17 plus 100 in the back. So, and that's for the night crew, and that's just the lessons between 5 and 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
If we get past 8 o'clock at night with those pre-mades, we're good to go. Like, it's just crazy. Like, and people are like, oh, it's changed. It's different. It's not different. You know, it's the same recipe. It's the same dough. It's the same cheese. We slice the cheese ourselves.
Yeah.
It's, you know, Galbani cheese. It's just nuts. It's like, you could have, if you just didn't put new owner on it, they would have thought it was the same anyway.
Well, it's funny because like my in-laws were both like, yeah, the pizza kind of got, you know, we were waiting for the pizza to get better again because it changed, you know. If your sausage needs aren't hitting all the right notes, then let Maestro lead the way. Maestro has been working closely with pizzerias for decades. They produce sausages designed specifically with pizzerias in mind. And you can tell their Italian sausage crumbles look like they were handmade in your shop, and they will taste that way as well. With over 80 years in business, family owned and operated, the family is incredible, and so is their product. It's quality sausage with quality ingredients. Click the link in the show notes. A classical masterpiece awaits you. Back to the show. When a place has been open for so long,
Yeah.
that nothing can change, but like maybe your idea or like the memory you have of like, which I think is hard with a restaurant that's been open this long,
Right.
is that you have an idea of like, and a memory, and
Right.
then
Of how it tasted. Right.
and maybe it had so much more to do with where you were in your life and everything, and then when you come in and it's like, oh, this isn't it. This isn't the
Right.
magic, or like you see a new oven, or it's not the same faces, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
well, maybe the food didn't change, but you did, you know?
Or your taste buds change.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, a lot of things change, you know.
well, that's what I was going to ask. Like, how has the pizza changed over the years? But are you saying that like basically there were recipes, then you guys had cooks that were just kind of
The recipes,
freehanding shit?
yeah. So like the recipes never changed. We've never drifted from it. It was just, you know, like maybe they were doing it by sight. They weren't, you know, it was the right recipe. It just wasn't like scaled to like the right portion.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, maybe the garlic wasn't the right portion of garlic that they were putting in the sauce. It was
Yeah.
just like by sight, you know, or by the pinch, and it wasn't the right size pinch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, so that's where the sauces might have been changed. The dough, like we had the dough made by Rando every day. It's just like, it's the same dough. It comes
It's
in
nice.
every
That's
day.
always going to be consistent.
Right. And
Yeah.
that's why they do that. So we don't have somebody in the back making the dough and they mess up.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, temperature has something to do with the dough.
Yep.
You know, how fast it rises, how fast it grows. It's just like, and sometimes like the crust is a little thicker than it normally is. And it's just because of the heat. You know, right now we're struggling with the heat.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Crazy. Like, it's just nuts. And like, oh, this isn't thin crust. It used to be so much thinner. Well, yeah. Well, now it's 8:00 at night and it's, you know, the dough's grown a little bit more and it's really hot out and it's really humid. And the kitchen is pumping like crazy because the volume of business is much more than it was 10 years ago. You know, even 5 years ago.
So
You know.
business is growing.
Definitely.
I mean, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, we're I think we did like 77,000 pies last year. It's crazy. Like,
And they're all pan pies, right?
all pan, yeah.
Are we
all
what-
12-inch pan?
What are we putting in there? Are we putting Crisco? Are we putting butter? Are we putting olive oil?
Yeah, we're using a blended olive oil
Okay.
on the bottom, yeah. And then we put it in the pan and leave it in the oven, and then once it's in the pan for about 15 to 16 minutes, and then we slate it so the bottom gets crispy.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the pan, take it out,
And then it goes on
brick
the
it.
slate. It goes right on the slate.
Yeah.
So, but you don't normally, I mean, you can cook it right in the pan the whole time. Depends on the pan too. If the pan's a seasoned pan,
Yeah.
I mean, all the pans they're like silver, raw, like you'll see some of the pans are like brand spanking new. Depends on where we're at in the pans. And then some are like jet black and they're just older. They've
Yeah.
all come in
Oh,
all
yeah.
silver.
We get them
But-
seasoned
but
up.
those seasoned ones, yeah. And some people like when they take them home, if they don't bring them back, then we're out. I try to give people like the newer pans and send them home.
Yeah.
But there's a couple customers that come in. They know, and they come back every week. They get a raw pie every week. They know they'll give me the dark pan, and they'll bring the dark pan.
Oh
back
shit!
every
You
week.
can buy like a
Oh yeah, you can buy raw pies.
like take and
Yeah.
bake.
Yeah,
Whoa,
they take
new
them
Papa
home.
Murphy's over
We
here.
have a couple people on Friday nights to get like 3 raw pies. They
Yeah.
come every Friday night. They bring their 3 pans back, and we charge them a fee. It's a $3 pan fee. They bring it back. They get and they just swap it out.
That's nice.
We have some Sunday customers that do the same thing.
You guys have a good a good vibe online, and I know you've told this story before about like the chairs getting stolen outside and you becoming a pseudo celebrity on the news and stuff. But the best part of that story to me was just like, and I feel like this is kind of like the attitude here at Tony's is like, for context, it was outside.
Yeah.
Some very old chairs were stolen.
They weren't actually old. We had just gotten patio furniture.
Okay.
We were going to try to, have
That didn't
outdoor
work out.
seating. Yeah, we were trying to have outdoor seating. It was like, right after COVID, everyone was having outdoor seating.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we're trying to provide something new out there on Atlantic Ave here.
Yeah, that's quite the people watching.
Yeah. Oh,
that's where I want to eat my pizza,
Yeah.
right on Atlantic Ave, dude.
Absolutely. So we had, umbrellas out. We had, the chairs out, the director chairs out there. And, somebody thought it'd be, they'd be slick and take a chair, 4 chairs and a umbrella and a table. And, we were like, wait a second, we have 10 tables, we have 40 chairs, we have 10 umbrellas. Like, how are we missing one already? So, we put it out there, try to find it, and we offered a reward, free pizza and beer for life, every week. And a reward, $1,000 if you find it. And so it went on, and like, you put one post out there and the media around here just eats it up.
It was national news.
It was crazy. Like, it just blew up. And there's no better press than free press.
Oh yeah.
And we did the same thing, not to get away from this story, but we did the same thing with a roast beef sandwich. We had one online complaint about how the roast beef sandwich was terrible. It was like shoe leather, blah, blah, blah. And this one guy, Ted. So we did this whole day of Don't Be Ted. And we gave out free roast beef sandwiches to anyone that ordered one.
Yeah.
And they just had to post a picture and hashtag it Don't Be Ted. Literally, we can't keep roast beef in the house now. From one day of giving out free roast beef sandwiches. And everyone's like, I can't believe we're going to give out free roast beef. It's just nuts. Like, now we make a roast beef every day. A whole, and it's just...
Well, that's incredible marketing. I mean, even like the Don't Be Ted is genius because you flip the negative and you make it a positive. What I liked about like the chairs and tables was basically is like no questions asked. Like even
Zero.
if you fucking took them, like bring them by. We don't give a shit. Like we just want them back. And that's kind of like, it seems like online, like I was fucking dying when we're getting rid of the TVs. So like we can like stare at each other and talk and like I was like, man, I fucking love this, dude. And then people were like complaining and then like whoever's getting back to these comments is just fucking, I'm dying, dude. Because to go along with the Don't Be Ted, it's just like restaurants are people too.
Yeah.
And you're such a you can be on your knees to customers, or you can make light of like, hey, like we're just people doing our best here, and if you're gonna come for us, like you're free game
be
too.
ready.
Yeah,
be ready.
Be ready. And I feel like if you come for Tony's, you better be fucking ready, dude.
And that's the thing. Like, well, just getting back to the roast beef, the table story real quick. We come to find out, it was right down the street on Stenton Place here. It was like 3 houses in. They came back. The lady came back. She's like, listen, it was a kid that was, struggling. Obviously, he needed money. He sold it to somebody. Yeah. They both came in. We gave him the money. We gave him food, whatever. They haven't been back since. They came in a couple of times for food. We gave him the money out of good faith. But the kid was in pretty bad shape.
Yeah.
He was just looking for money for drugs and stuff, and that's what ended up being. So that was a good and a bad thing, but we gave them the money and payments and stuff just to help them out and just like, hey, listen, let's put it to good use, not to what your addiction is. And gave him some opportunities to get help and put him in the right direction to where he could get help. And the lady was very thankful for the food and stuff like that. But if you're going to come to war, you better be prepared. Like, we're not going to hold back. And I tell my staff, like, I just hired a new waitress, and we have after 3 days or 4 days of training, you get a server test. And there's some questions on there about, customer service and stuff like that. And one of the things is about like, is the customer always right? And most of them always check yes, customer. And it's like, no, the customer is not always right. The customer can be wrong too.
Yeah.
They're not always right. You can't bow down to them.
Yeah.
And we try to make it a point that, customers can be shitbags too.
Yeah.
They're not always right. And then they'll test you because they're going to try to pull one over on you. And so, yeah, if you're gonna be a quick keyboard warrior, you better be prepared.
I feel like that's like a really good lesson to have, like either on your onboarding or in something like that where you empower your staff to understand that like it's okay if somebody's being a piece of shit to you, that you do not need to take it, because there's a lot of employers that still to this day are like, listen, we're going to make sure that they're happy, whatever. But it's like, I'm so over after 17 years in service. Like, if you're going to act like a baby or you're going to act like an entitled piece of shit, like, get the fuck out of here.
Right. We always say, are they being nice?
Yeah.
Are they being respectful? If they're being nice, we'll do whatever we can to make it a pleasant experience and take care of whatever they need to be taken care of. It's the same thing when people walk in the door and ask for food. We get a lot of homeless, a lot of people tweaking out and stuff like that. And it's really sad. And there are so many people that are broken and in bad places. And they always come and say, hey, can we feed them? And I always say, are they sober? If they're not sober, if they're tweaking out, if they're all like, if they're not, no, they got to come back.
Yeah.
If they're in a bad spot and they're okay, we'll feed you.
Yeah.
But you got to you can't be coming in here like, chomping at the bit and tweaking out. But,
there's families here,
For sure.
Yeah.
And we'll take care of anyone. But like, if you're coming in hot, like, and asking people for money and all this other stuff, get out. Go beat it. Go to 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Go see if they'll feed you. They're not going to feed you.
No.
Go up the street, dock, see if they're going to feed you. Go to Ducktown. They're not going to feed you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, go to these other places. Tony's will feed you. We'll take care of whatever you need. Like, we had a guy outside the other night. He was very respectful, was talking to the owner, and he came out and he said, hey, get him a thing of wings and a can of Pepsi. I said, all right, no problem. He's right outside. He's being really respectful and really nice. I said, no problem.
Yeah.
Whatever. But it's just crazy. Like, if the guest is like, wilding out, nope, sorry.
Yeah.
And this is the same thing on the phone with our cashiers. People on the phone, like, same thing. If they're going crazy, like, we have some delivery issues with DoorDash or Uber or whatever.
Of course
our third party. I mean, what else is new?
Yeah.
Now we use Toast as our a delivery system for us.
Yeah.
And if we have a delivery issue, like, they won't rerun the food, so I have to go run it. So I'm like, as long as they're like kind and whatever, I'll go rerun it, no problems. But it's like 9 times out of 10, it's like, if they're like being, some kind of jerk off, it's like, yo, I'm trying to help you out here. Here's what we're gonna do. We'll make the food. We'll get there. If they went to the wrong address, I'm sorry. Like,
yeah.
I didn't hire these people. I didn't do their background checks. Like, these are people that Uber, DoorDash, Postmates, whoever your sister's ass hired.
Yeah.
And they're on a skateboard. I didn't hire them to be on a skateboard.
I know.
I didn't check their vehicle registration. And it's just crazy.
Because they don't have any. That's the most frustrating thing, I think, for a lot of restaurants right now, is that like all the delivery platforms, it's like the minute you hand off the food, it's out of your control, but it's still
your problem.
It's still your problem because people don't understand. It's just like they ordered from you. They don't get their food. Even if it has nothing to do with you, it has everything to do with you.
And they call you right away.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm like, listen, if it's an Uber order, if it's a DoorDash order, I'm like, you got to call them. But if it's a Toast delivery service order, I always call Toast. I'm like, listen, this is what happened. They reimburse us, and then I rerun the food, and then I drive it myself, because it's like, it's usually close by and it's not a big issue, but it's very far and few between with their problems than it is with the bigger scale DoorDash and Uber issues. And I'm like if it's a 14-pie order, I'm like praying it gets there. I'm like, come on, man. This is like
and you see a
$350 order, and I'm like, come on. And they're like, I had one driver come in the other night. Oh, with your 2-cent plastic bags, it all spilled everywhere. I'm like, well, my 2-cent plastic bag is more than your 0-cent bag that you have.
Yeah.
Where's your bag warmer at? Oh, it's in the car. Well, why didn't you put it? Why didn't you bring it in? I would have put my 2-cent bag in your warmer bag.
Yeah.
And then she called to complain. I'm like, listen, you came in hot here, like it's my fault. You're the one carrying it.
Yeah.
It wasn't spilled in the bag when I handed it to you.
Yeah.
And I handed it to you. It's just nuts.
Dude, I know the struggle. The struggle. We literally have like a disclaimer on every item online. It says like what the item is, and then right underneath it says disclaimer. Like, basically, if you place a third-party delivery order, we have no control of that delivery. And like, we recommend coming to pick your food up. Don't get delivery. We basically say on our website, don't get delivery.
Right.
And
I've never used delivery in my life.
And if you do, you're shit out of luck.
Yeah. It's your fault.
It's kind of your fault. Like,
Yeah.
and that's what I want people to understand is like, as a consumer, like if you're going to make choices out of convenience for yourself, it's a service that we offer, but you're making a personal decision to use this thing to get your food. They're taking a cut from us that's pretty steep. We're making the food, and the minute it goes out of our door, it's on you. And I wish that more consumers like understood that they're making that decision. That's their convenience
to save time or money, whatever.
And I get it. Sometimes I don't want to leave my house, but if a fucked up delivery comes, I'm usually, obviously, as a restaurant owner, I'm like, well,
that's right.
Hey, this guy didn't give a fuck. Yeah, I get what I pay for. This is my fault.
Yeah.
But no one ever looks in the mirror and says, yeah, this is my problem.
No, that's for sure.
Some of us in the pizza industry might only know Slice from the online ordering app, which is still around, but Slice is doing a lot more these days. They're building tools now to support the independent pizzeria, and not just Slice users, but the independent pizzeria industry as a whole. They're telling the stories of pizza shop owners, creating resources, and ultimately products that help the smaller guy compete with the bigger chains. Slice now has an integrated POS system that's specifically designed for pizzerias. They're doing stuff like SEO, marketing, and full website build-outs, along with custom box pricing that you are going to get probably way lower than what you're paying for right now. They have a ton of resources for every owner. Buying power is a huge thing, especially when you're talking about big chains. And what Slice allows you to do is negotiate with suppliers and vendors to get a lower rate. That's what the Slice network allows. There's 24/7 tech support for customer care, and an extension of your staff is what they call it. This business can be lonely, as you all know if you listen to this podcast, but it doesn't have to be. With resources provided by Slice, you can be in this business for yourself, but not by yourself. Well, I wanted to talk about like the hours of this place. Like what kind of food sales do you see like between, because the kitchen closes at 2, right?
Yeah. So Sunday through Thursday, we're open 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. food-wise.
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Full menu Friday and Saturday, limited menu from 12 to 2 Sunday through Thursday. Limited menu, but we, like if somebody comes in and is like, hey, can I get a house salad? We'll make it or something like that.
I'm talking like 12 to 2. Are you seeing like, is there a fair amount of sales?
Yeah, because we have a lot of industry people come in.
Yeah, okay.
So if it
Still
wasn't
to this day.
Yeah. If we didn't like, it's mostly restaurant people coming in. Like, there's some casino people that come in. They're like, they're still up or whatever. Not as many as we used to have because like ever since the parking garages came into play, when they used to have to park on the expressway, that's when the casino people came here because they'd have to wait for shuttles. Because they had to park on the expressway, they have to wait for a shuttle. So they were like, you know what? I'm going to go down to Tony's, get something to eat. Then I'll hop on the shuttle. It won't be as busy because it'll be an hour or so after everyone got off.
Yeah.
And I can get the shuttle to my car and then I can go home and I don't have to cook dinner or whatever. But yeah, it's a lot of like, we get a lot of restaurant people from the Trop coming in or even we get people from Ocean, Hard Rock when they're done their shifts coming in.
How many people do you have in the kitchen from like 12 to 2?
On the weekends, we have 4 in the summertime because it's
Still
busy.
Banging.
Well, and on the weekends, like this weekend, it's going to be a blowout weekend. There's a concert at Boardwalk Hall. There's a big concert at Boardwalk Hall. So yeah, I was just alerted last night. I was like, oh great. I'm like, well, at least we have the staff going on. But in the wintertime, we usually have 2, just a pizza guy and a cook on the line. But summertime, I have 4 closers just because it does pop off from midnight to 3 a.m. And sometimes like I'll see their checkout times at like 3:30, like because I know like pizza's just ripping through.
Does the oven ever go off?
It does. It goes. Okay. It goes. The one little oven goes off probably around like 1 or 2. Okay. And I'll just keep the big deck on. But yeah, they'll be making pizzas up till 3 a.m.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
And then like the bar's open 24
hours. Yeah. It never
like
shuts
what kind
down.
of characters we getting in here from 3 to 6?
It is you just never know.
We were hoping to see some
Yeah,
people sitting at the bar when we walked
a,
in, but
it's
no
a
one was
Wednesday.
here at
Yeah, it's a
8:30.
Wednesday morning. Yeah, so you're gonna see like there's a whole cast of characters that come through. You never know what's gonna walk through the door. You know, it's just whether it's a local, a casino person, a vacationer, it's somebody just off the street. You just never know. Like,
Yeah.
it's just the characters and they're endless.
Yeah.
They're endless.
Is it usually like a fairly like easy going time, or is there like
Yeah, I mean, there's some people that they'll be like Eric, who's the morning bartender on Mondays through Wednesdays. Like when he was doing the drop the other day, he'll put the cameras in the for the bar up on the monitor. He'll just have them on there, and he'll like peek up as he's doing the drop for the morning. And he looked up one day, and there was somebody behind the bar making a drink, and he ran out of the office and he's like, "Yo, what are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I was here for a few minutes, and there was no bartender." He's like, "That doesn't mean you walk behind the bar. Like, I'm here, I'm coming out, like." So it's just you just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you have restaurant experience before you started working here?
So yeah, I had a little restaurant experience. I in 2012 or 9, 2012, I think it was. I started working at the White House sub shop.
Yeah.
So I
Famous
worked there.
spot. The original spot?
I worked at the one in the Taj Mahal.
Okay.
Worked there for a little while, and then I moved over to the Arctic location after the Taj closed. I worked for Wayne and Bridget and Brian and Mary, the family that owns it. I loved working there. It was a great spot, and I would go back there in a heartbeat. You know, it's just so much fun working with the guys, being on the line, torturing customers. You know, it's just
that
like
place bangs.
it's just a fun. It's a great vibe. You
Yeah.
know, you just making sandwiches like crazy. You smell like onions all day long.
Onions
you know,
and shredded lettuce, dude. Yeah. It's like all over the floor.
Yeah, it's just great. It's just a fun. It just really taught me how to like really the pressure of it, the speed of it. It really got me. Like my first, I started as a cashier there, and then I moved because I didn't want to be on the line. I wanted to just like customer service was my thing. Like I worked originally. I opened with my uncle his bakery, Lissio's Bakery in Gloucester County. So that was my first experience in the food business. And then when I got into teaching, I left that and got into teaching, and I did that for years. But I always had something. I always wanted to do something. I worked at a camp when I was a kid in the kitchen with my mom. So we did that for like 10 years. So I always had something with food I always wanted to do. My brother has a restaurant in Stone Harbor.
Yeah.
He was a cook in Wildwood. He ran a bar restaurant in Wildwood. And then he was at Peter Shields for a number of years. And then he finally finally got a spot in Stone Harbor for his own place. He's been open. This is his second summer there now. He's got his own spot called Chantarella. And he's just thriving. Him and his wife and his 2 girls, they're just ripping some beautiful fine dining. And it's really awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm super proud of him. So I always wanted to be in food. Like I love it. It's a different classroom for me.
Yeah.
Like dealing with kids all day long. Yeah, it's cool. I love it. I'm going into my 24th year in September. But that road's starting to get to the end. Like I got 2 more years left and I'm done. Can't wait.
What do you mean 2 more years left?
2 more years until I can retire.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm like, I can do this. I mean, I do this full time now, but I can just focus on this and not have to do both.
How do you balance the two?
Because I don't know anything different really. Like,
Yeah.
I'm used to 17-hour days. It's just like that's been my life since 2012. Like, it's just what I've always done. Like, I thrive on working, I guess. Like, I figured it's what I've always, I haven't done anything different really. Like, I just love the work.
Yeah.
It's just chill. So, yeah. So when I was at the White House, I did that, and then I started working over at the Irish Pub. So
Nice,
I was
dude.
in
Another legendary
so
spot.
I was in the kitchen there, and then from the kitchen I was a bartender there for a few years, And then I left there in 17. And my last day at the White House was actually I think it was like around the Super Bowl, the Eagles Super Bowl.
When they won?
Yeah, the first time in 18. My first order was 8 whole cheesesteaks. I still remember. I have a picture of it.
Yeah.
And then I left, right before the game started because we were, it was starting to fizzle out and we were getting ready to close. So I got home in time for the game. And then, it was in the winter time. So I was like, all right, I'm going to chill out for a little bit, enjoy the winter. And then I had my pickle business with my son. I do that in the summertime. He's actually at a market right now. And that was
what's the pickles called?
Philly Bills Dills.
Philly Bills Dills.
Yeah.
Dude. Where do you sell them?
At farmers markets.
Okay. Are they at Brig?
Yeah, Brig on Saturday. We're there.
Have you been there past summers?
Yeah.
Oh, I've definitely had those pickles
since
then.
2017.
A little spicy.
Got spicy dill,
Oh,
regular
I
dill,
fuck with
bread and
those
butter.
pickles,
Yeah.
dude. Spicy dill
Yeah.
bills. That's
So
you and your son?
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. So he's there every Saturday. He'll be in Ventnor on Friday. He's at Ocean City today. He's at Seattle yesterday. So it's been,
Damn, dude, you're fucking wearing all the hats.
just crazy.
Yeah.
So, but now that he graduated college, he's got a job now. He's teaching at, Galway Township Middle School. So he's
a teacher too?
Yeah, he just
Damn.
got his full-time job starting in September. Well, he got a interim position in January. He took over for a retired music teacher.
Yeah.
And now he got hired as the full-time legit, like he's
Awesome.
in there. So yeah, I'm super proud of him. So he does it full-time in the summer for me now. So I don't have much. I do more with it, but I do less. I don't have to do the markets as much, which that was the drag, like getting up at 5 a.m., going to the market, doing that for 4 hours, then coming in here, working, and then going, to sleep to get up to do it all over again.
Yeah.
And we were doing like 6 markets at the time. Now we just do 4 and we're good. It's it's perfect. But so like dealing with food and dealing with people, that's basically what I've done my whole life, just working and, it's been awesome.
Did you cry when the Phillies won? Are you a Phillies fan?
I'm all Phillies, all Philly.
Yeah, when the Eagles won?
Oh, dude, when they first won?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was great. I still have the video of it with all my people. Like, it was insane. I still remember it. I was at my friend Melissa and Luke's house, and we were all standing there, and, like, I was still nervous, obviously, because it's Tom Brady. And, like, he threw the ball, and I'm, like, waiting, and, like, the ball dropped, and I'm like, wait. And then I saw zeros on the clock, and then I was like, wait, the game's over. They won. And then, like, the video was just going crazy.
Yeah.
It was, like, it was so surreal. It was, like, I couldn't imagine. It was, like, the best ending ever. It was, like, and then when they won again last year, it was, like, even, like, so I brought my son to the parade this time. I didn't bring him to the first parade because I was, like, he was a little younger. But this year, I was, like, I couldn't wait to bring him to the parade.
Yeah.
So it was just cool. It was special to bring him with us and just hang out with the parade.
A lot of, South Jersey is like, it's all Philly fans.
A lot of Philly fans, yeah. It's because you're close to the bridge, You're like an hour from the bridge.
Yeah.
And I grew up 15 minutes from the bridge where I grew up. My dad was from South Philly, so, it's like, everyone's a Philly fan in South Philly. If you're not, you're, like, disowned, basically,
Yeah.
You better have good insurance.
Yeah. They, they take their sports serious.
For sure.
Is there parallels in teaching and running a restaurant?
Oh, definitely.
Communication. Obviously, people. I don't really like when managers or owners call their staff children.
No, never.
Never. It's fucking. You shouldn't
you're
do that.
Adults. Yeah, no.
Like we can all act like children,
Absolutely.
myself included.
Definitely.
But you're not like my children.
Yeah.
But we are.
I always say I'm a child.
Yeah,
like,
we are large.
Yeah.
We're just old children.
That's it.
But has that helped in your managing technique? Because how many staff members do you have here?
There's like 64, 65.
Holy shit, that is a big staff.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Are you scheduling and all that?
All
Oh
of them.
my god.
Yeah.
Are you guys? What are you using for scheduling?
7 shifts.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it's a large staff. It's larger in the summertime. We have 7 J1s students that come over from Europe.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So they help us out. We have a couple servers, hostess, a couple guys in the kitchen. So that helps us, fill some voids with the, increased numbers. you know, in the wintertime, I don't have to schedule as many cooks. I don't have to schedule as many servers. There's not as many shifts to go around. So it's a little easier. Like, so in the summertime, we add more shifts. Like, I don't need 2 lunch servers during the week. I need 1 lunch server. You know, I don't need 5 dinner servers during the week. I need 3 or 4 dinner servers during the week. You know,
Yeah.
on Monday night, I can carry over like 3 dinner servers on a Monday or Tuesday. I don't need 5 on a Monday or Tuesday. You know, I don't need 7 servers on Friday and Saturday night. I need like 5 servers Friday, Saturday night.
Yeah.
I don't need a bar server every night of the week. I have a bar server every night of the week now. So it's a lot different.
What's the sales breakdown from like how many in the summer to the winter?
So like our winter Friday and Saturdays are our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. So like a winter Friday, Saturday night is what we do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
In the summer,
Yeah, in the summertime.
So it's like half.
Yeah.
a
So
quarter.
it's you know, our weekends in the winter are our weekdays in the summer.
Okay.
And so it's, you know, it's just busy.
Yeah.
It's never, you know, you'll have lulls and you just never know. We always say, oh, the bus pulled up, because like there'll be like nobody here, but then there's a pop and it's just like, where do these people come from? But people are on vacation. They're eating later. They got up at 10 o'clock. They're eating breakfast at 11.
Yeah.
You know, they're eating lunch at 4 o'clock. They're
Yeah.
eating dinner at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know, we had a table in here last night at like 9:30, and I think the average age of the kids were like 6 and under.
Yeah.
You know, and they're eating at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Well, they don't have school the next day. They don't have work the next
Different
day. They're
schedule.
They're
Yeah.
on a different planet right now.
Yeah.
They're just on a
Yes,
different, you know what I
very
mean?
true.
It's like, that's what it is. You know, it's not anything out of the ordinary to see somebody here at that time for dinner.
Yeah.
And what's going on. So, yeah, so our weekdays are much busier than the wintertime. Like wintertime, you know, it's like half of what it is, or even a quarter of
Yeah.
what it is during the summertime. But the weekends, I mean, it's just like our weekends in the summertime are double than the winter times.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, our lunches during the summertime are what we do like sometimes in a day on the weekends in the winter.
Do you find it as crazy as I do that we put the best ingredients in our pizza, our dough, our cheese, toppings, fresh produce, and then we put pencil shavings on our tables called red chili flakes? What is a red chili flake? We found out about Flatiron premium pepper flakes from a customer who actually brought us some. We were putting it on every slice we ate. It was gold. We were like searching for it like addicts in the back, just like, ooh, where's the Flatiron? Where's the Flatiron? There is no going back. When you pop these peppers, you are gonna know. You can smell it, you can feel it, you can taste it. The 4-pepper blend, which is actually the blend we have on every table at Hot Tongue, definitely has a higher heat level, and I'm a heat guy, if you know what I'm saying. It has the arbol, the jalapeno, the ghost, and the habanero. It's spicy. They are liberating pizzerias from low-quality pepper flakes. Flatiron pepper, you are going to know the difference. In here, real peppers from Italy. Let's go. Head to flatironpepper.com right now. Use the code pie to pie at checkout. That's pie, number 2, pie at checkout. And any order over $25 is going to get you a bottle free of the sweet heat. Put that sweet heat in your cart, and any order over $25, that baby's gonna be free. Do not miss this chance to upgrade your pepper game. Head to flatironpepper.com right now and join the Pepper Flake revolution.
Do you sell more food than booze here?
Uh,
Was it like
that's a good
50-50?
question. Yeah, it's probably, I never looked at it that way. It's probably 50-50. We do, I mean, we sell a ton of food.
Yeah.
We sell a ton of food.
Because the dining room is huge. Actually, like the first couple of times I came in here, I just sat in the bar.
Yeah.
I didn't even really know that this was over here.
Yeah.
And it was just like, what the fuck? Like, this is the greatest pizzeria in the United States. Because the bar is super badass, too.
Right. Yeah, and the bar stays pretty full. Like our happy hour, we call it the second best happy hour. And everyone's like, oh, why is it the second best? And I'm like, well, everyone claims to have the best happy hour, so we're going to be the second best.
Yeah.
Because no one claims to be the second best, so why not?
Yeah.
Again, another marketing thing for us. So, and our happy hour is 4 to 6 every day, and people love it. And it's like, we have a full bar every day for happy hour. Sometimes it's standing room only, and people love it. And that's where we sell crazy amount of roast beef sandwiches because it's like it's cheap, it's good. It's my brother's recipe. That's one recipe that did change.
Yeah.
Was the roast beef sandwich.
Okay.
And he came in here and he just revamped the roast beef, and the au jus. But like, you're getting $1.50 shrimp, dollar mozzarella stick. You can buy it by the piece, and it's just crazy. And people love that. You're getting, happy hour sized beers or like 9-ounce beers or whatever. And people love that. They get small bites, and that's
It's fun.
It's exactly. It's what people want for a happy hour. They don't want like big, huge portions. They want something small they can snack on and just get their day started before they go into the nighttime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bourdain's been here.
Yeah. We have a nice little plaque on the wall for his trail.
Is there a mural on in the parking
On the back,
lot too?
in the back, yeah, in the alleyway.
An influencer who is very popular in the pizza community has been here. I'm not going to say his name. But I imagine have there been a lot of famous people that have walked through these doors?
Yeah. Pink has been here.
Oh, of course,
Because
Pink's been here.
she's a vintner.
That's where she's from?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if she's from there, but she had a house there.
Okay.
She still has been here.
What about Sinatra, dude?
He probably was here.
Did Sinatra pull up
He was probably
here?
here in the past, yeah. So, he was here in the past. Brian Newman was just here the other night. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
He's a famous trumpet player. I don't know if you know him.
No. I love it, though.
Look him up on Instagram. He's a
Okay.
cool guy. He just posted on him and his family were here. Him and his wife Angie and their family and friends. He plays trumpet for Lady Gaga,
Oh,
but
shit.
he does his
All
own.
right.
He does his own shit too, and he's just the most coolest, like down to earth dude ever.
Yeah.
So he's staying in town for 2 weeks, and he'll be back again this week. But there's a couple other famous people that come through, and they're just so chill. Like you would never know they were famous or anything. They just want to hang out, eat good food, and just chill and just be out of the public's eye.
Yeah. Well, you can kind of sneak in here.
Yeah,
It's a little dark.
It's a little dark. Yep.
We got a light on. This is the lightest you're ever going to see Tony's right now.
Yeah, my retinas are burning. That's all right.
The how much of the aesthetic here is original and what had to be redone?
So the walls, the booth, the chairs, the tables, that's all original. What had to be redone was the coat racks had to be redone.
So classic, dude.
Yeah, we put them in. We had them refabricated. The sconces, when we came in, they took the old sconces out because some of them weren't working. And they put like Home Depot, like porch lights in.
Yeah.
I actually have a picture of it that I can show you. It was so ugly. It was so bad. We had these actually fabricated to the specs of the old sconce. I think there's 24 of them between here and the bar. We had this fabricator make them all so that they replicated what they used to look like when they first moved here. So that they had taken out the tile floor and put in again, the industrial white flooring that every new home gets because everyone loves white for some reason. That
Yeah, in a
Home Depot,
restaurant.
it looks great. White floors
Yeah,
in restaurants
yeah.
looks great, right? It's terrible. So we ripped that out, had this tile floor put back in.
Yeah, I love it.
The red and black checker floor, which would have been original had they kept it, but they didn't. They ripped it out. So we put the red and black checker floor back in. The booths are all original. The booth tables, the jukeboxes are all original.
It'd be sick if those still worked.
Yeah, they do. Some of them do still work.
Oh, okay.
The motherboard is the jukebox that's actually in the bar area. That's the motherboard to them all. The ship is original. We just put that back out a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's gangster.
So
dude.
yeah, we had to get it somewhat refurbished because it was broken a little bit.
Yeah.
That's original. We're getting some of the original paintings back. Well, they're
How?
not the original paintings because they sold them off. I don't know why they took all the artwork down and sold it to somebody up in Massachusetts. So from pictures,
I'd buy that shit, dude.
it's crazy.
I'd buy
so,
that shit and put it in a
so
restaurant.
from the pictures on the walls, from old pictures,
Of Sinatra eating pizza. Dude.
the caretakers have taken those pictures from the walls and given it to an artist, and they're trying to paint the old pictures. Some of them are in the bar now, and just to put them back up so that the old paintings that were in the bar are going to be back up in the bar.
Yeah.
But you can see like some of the like there used to be like a knight thing up there. There was like the axes from a knight that were up there. They're trying to get some of those things back on the wall so that it can be like the original,
Yeah.
what it looked like originally. There used to be a booth right here that was a horseshoe booth that filled this whole spot. Like that's something they want to bring back, just to have that horseshoe booth that fit like 7 to 10 people.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
it.
big ass booth.
Yeah, it was huge.
What the fuck
So-
is this thing, dude?
So that rolling cart they got refurbished, and just put in so that they could, people could get pictures taken of it.
Oh yeah, no, me and my son
You
have
know?
a couple during
Yeah.
Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah, so like they decorated for Christmas, and it's really for families to just take pictures in.
Yeah.
Just have a moment together, and that's why we got the Tony's Baltimore Grill 1927
Yeah,
on the
it's
front
great.
of it. And it was interesting to get it back in the door because they had to break it down into 3 pieces because it didn't fit nowhere in the restaurant to get it in, and then they put it back together once they got it in here.
This place goes off during Christmas too.
Oh, it's nuts.
The vibe in here. I
Yeah.
think that the last time I was in here, I'm pretty sure that you gave me the green Tony shirt.
Yeah.
But that was like one of the best. That was like we had just seen a movie, I think in Margate, and we came here and we ate some food, and it's like Christmassy, and it was like one of the best meals. And then you came out and gave me a T-shirt, and I felt super cool in front of my mother-in-law. It was like one of the best meals I've ever had.
Nice.
You know, like there's just so many elements to a great food, to a great experience.
Right.
And it's not about. It was just like the pizza hits all the right notes. The service was incredible. The vibe in here to me is, I say it all the time. Like if you're ever in Atlantic City, you got to go to the greatest pizzeria in America.
Right.
You know, this is the spot. But it's just like on every angle, aesthetically, service wise, food wise. I don't think there's a lot of places like this still left in America.
No, I mean, it's like that's why we say it's the oldest pizza joint in Atlantic City because
Yeah.
we were the original. Started out in Connecticut Avenue, down in the inlet, and then moved down here when the bar that was here closed, and it's been here ever since. And we're coming up on 200, coming up in 2 years on 100 years.
What kind of party is
And,
that going to be, dude?
Dude, I have no idea.
I want to
It's-
I want to be there for that.
April 1st,
Damn,
2027.
April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I'm
So-
gonna put it on the calendar.
Yeah, 2027.
I'm not missing
so
that one.
it should be wild, that's for sure. But I have no idea what's in store. I'm sure it's gonna be wild. That's for sure. You can bet it's gonna be nuts. But just the we always say like Tony's isn't for everyone. Like if you're coming here for a fine dining 5-star, it's not going to be 5 stars for everyone. It's not. Tony's isn't for everyone.
Yeah.
And we're okay with that. We're not here to please everyone. We're here to please the person that's coming in just for a good comfort meal.
Yeah.
If you're expecting something that's like, we had a table come in last weekend. They sat down, they ordered a bunch of espresso martinis and a bunch of different cocktails, and they looked at the menu and they were like, "Oh, you guys don't have steak? We're looking for like steak." And we're like, "No, we don't offer steak. Sorry." And they paid their tab and they got up and walked out. They didn't even finish their drinks. It was like, "Well, did you like?" They were like, "Oh, we looked you up and everything. We thought you guys had steak." Well, you didn't really look that far if you're looking for
100%.
steak.
Yeah.
And some people are like, "Oh, you don't have cheeseburgers? You don't have cheesesteaks?" No, we don't offer that.
Yeah.
The owner's name's not Tony. We're not in Baltimore, and we don't have a grill. Yeah. That's the 3 things, like our favorite things to say.
dude. I also
Like-
I love all that. It's like, what the fuck is
sorry.
this place?
Yeah, sorry. None of those 3 things apply here. So, And it's just like, it's not for everyone. And it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's for the people that want to be here, that want a good meal, to feel comfortable, and we'll make you feel comfortable. As long as you're respectful and nice, that's all we care about. Our staff is nice. They'll take care of you. And that's it. And
Well, I think it says it somewhere, but it says like, you know, what makes Tony's special is the people.
Yeah,
it's the people
absolutely.
of Atlantic City. It's the
Yeah.
people of surrounding neighborhoods. It's the people that work here. That's what makes this place. Obviously, it's historic and it's been around for
Yeah.
a long time. But it's the people that keep coming through the doors and the people that keep serving this food.
yeah, it's the fabric. I mean, it's the fabric of Atlantic City. Like, without the people, this is nothing. You
Yeah.
know, this place doesn't keep going without the customers that keep coming through the door, the generations of families that come through these doors. Like, people share stories all the time about how when the high school was right down the street, after a basketball game, they always came here. After a football game, they always came here. And those families still come through the door, even though that the high school is still like, 5 miles down the street on Black Horse Pike now. There's still people that come here after a game.
Yeah.
After, like, there's still like, even like when the away teams play here in AC, though those families come here because when they were kids, when they went to the high that was on Albany Avenue, they came here after those games. They bring their kids here, and that's what's so cool about this place, is because the generations of people that walk through the door, they want to share it with their families, and then those kids will share it with their families, and that's what keeps this place alive. And that's the people that we want to come through the doors. That's the customers we want. We don't want the person that's going to come through and then treat our staff like shit and treat our other people like that. We don't want that. And it's like, who you're getting when you come through the door. You know what you're getting when you come through the door. Yeah, we might mess up something. You might have something that doesn't taste the same as it did last time. And we're going to make mistakes. And then we're going to try to fix it and make it better the next time for you. And if anything, we'll give you a free meal the next time. We'll take care of it this time for you. And, we've never backed down from owning our mistakes. And that's the thing that we talk about as a management team and an ownership. Own your mistakes. Live up to that. And we always, in our meetings and our conference calls, we always say, if we screw up something, take ownership of it. Don't pass it off to somebody else. And that's the accountability we have amongst the people, the up and ups, the people above, whatever you want to call us. We always say, take accountability for it. Let's own it first, and then let's move on from it. Let's learn from it and move on.
Yeah.
And that's how I try to treat the staff. You had asked about like how I treat, like, I don't treat them like students or like children. No, I treat this place like it's my classroom. It's, the customers and the staff, they're not per se my students, but it's like, they're like people. They're just like, my coworkers. They're like another teacher. They're like another, kid in the hallway. Like, hey, how's your day going?
Mm-hmm.
Even though if I don't have that student in my classroom, I'm going to still say hi to them as I pass by them.
All right, let's leave it there, dude, because I think that was beautiful.
Thanks, man.
I appreciate your time. Again, this is surreal for me. It was really nice sitting down and talking to you.
Yeah, definitely.
If you are ever in Atlantic City, do yourself a favor. Come say hi to Joey.
Yeah, man. I'm here almost every day.
Get some spaghetti and meatballs.
Spaghetti meatballs, yeah. Roast beef sandwich.
Roast beef sandwich.
Fried shrimp. Can't leave out the fried shrimp.
I haven't had a bad thing on the menu. So
No?
Yeah.
Yeah, fried shrimp. I mean, we split it. We butterfly it every day. Bread it every day. AC breadcrumbs. Like, that's another thing. We source everything like locally. Like, we try to get.
Do you make your
everything.
own mozzarella sticks?
No,
Okay.
we don't.
My son's just fucking loving those
Yeah.
things, dude.
I mean,
Should get some Tony Baloney's. Some of his mozzarella.
Well, we did
Some of his mitts.
when he was on Shark Tank. We actually bought 2 cases of them, and anyone that bought a drink, we gave them some of the.
Oh, that's
sticks.
tight.
Yeah,
That's cool.
just to represent him and like help him out. But
Good.
even though he's blocked us on Instagram. That's
Why?
all right. Who knows?
What? What? He blocked you?
It's crazy. It's whatever.
Did you guys get into some shit?
No,
Oh man, we got to keep this thing rolling,
it's just
dude.
so funny. We're like advertising for him. We had it on all the screens out there. We're giving out free mozzarella sticks. We buy 2 cases and yeah, we're blocked.
Oh my god.
Classic, dude.
I hope you enjoyed that episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you so much.